As Hurricane Florence bears down on the East Coast, most people are preparing for the impending disaster. President Trump, on the other hand, is still trying to deal with the disaster he's created for himself.
Disgust, outrage, and bewilderment tonight over President Trump's latest tweets denying the death toll in Puerto Rico from Hurricane Maria.
This morning, the president, he took to Twitter, tweeting, quote, 3,000 people did not die in the 2 hurricanes that hit Puerto Rico. When I left the island, after the storm had hit, they had anywhere from 6 to 18 deaths. As time went by, it did not go up by much. Then, a long time later, they started to report really large numbers, like 3,000.
Oh, I think I get what Trump was saying. He's saying he would have won the hurricane if you deduct the thousands of people who died illegally. I think that's what he means. And I gotta say, man, after all the beef Trump has had, I feel like it was only a matter of time before he started a fight with dead people. This was inevitable. It's just like, you guys, this is your fault. And I know the president has trouble understanding how a few casualties became 3,000. But as with most of his conspiracy theories, there's actually a really simple explanation.
When President Trump talks about that small number, that 16 that he quoted, he's really only talking about direct deaths. He's not taking into account the people who didn't have access to hospitals because the roads were closed, the people who didn't have power and needed that breathing machine, the people who couldn't get dialysis because the dialysis center didn't have power to operate and care for these medical patients. That's what the number 3,000 takes into account.
Yeah, you see, what the president doesn't seem to understand is that the effects of a hurricane last long after the storm has actually passed, right? And this should be pretty easy to understand. Like, the people on the Titanic who froze in the water still died because of the crash, right? The iceberg wasn't like, yo, I didn't kill nobody. I just scraped some paint off a boat. You can take that other shit up with the ocean, man. So Trump's tweets today were wrong in many ways, factually, morally, grammatically, everything, which is why so many people across the political spectrum called him out.
It's appalling, it's outrageous. What the president is trying to do is to gaslight the American people.
Casualties don't make a person look bad. That's not. So I have no reason to dispute these numbers.
If I was his boss or standing next to him as his chief of staff, I would kick him on the ankle and say, look, focus on the future damn storm.
The mayor of San Juan tweeted earlier this morning, Mr. President, in the real world, people died on your watch. Your lack of respect is appalling.
The president is now blaming Democrats for the death toll that he doesn't believe is accurate.
Wait, say that again. It takes a lot at this point for someone to respond to Trump news with what? Say what? Like, you realize the last time we saw Orrin Hatch that confused, he was taking off a pair of invisible sunglasses. You realize that? That's how bad the story is. So now, America isn't just dealing with Hurricane Florence. It also has to deal with Shitstorm Donald. And while we at The Daily Show don't know how to cover hurricanes, we are experts at covering shitstorms. But tonight, we've got full team coverage of Shitstorm Donald. So let's start with Roy Wood Jr., who's over at the map. Roy Wood Jr., everybody.
Yeah.
Roy, what can we expect from this shitstorm?
Trevor, if you were thinking of logging on to Twitter, you might want to think again. 2 Trump tweets have already hit Washington, D.C., and these are Category 4. Category 4 tweets. This is bad. None of that low-level kafifi shit right here. The entire East Coast is about to be flooded deep in the bullshit, man. I'm talking about real bullshit. And by Sunday, you can expect Kellyanne Conway coming out doing cleanup, telling us how the president didn't mess up in Puerto Rico because there's no such thing as a Puerto Rico, and you're a racist for thinking there is. The bullshit's coming, man. Kiss your family. Back to you, Trevor.
Thank you so much, Roy. Now let's turn to Desi Lydic, who's tracking the mandatory evacuation of residents. Desi, how's it looking down there?
Trevor, the National Guard is telling everyone to get out of cell phone range before any more tweets come. Or if you can't do that, then just download enough porn to get you through the weekend and then turn your Wi-Fi off. Now, not everyone is listening. I spoke to one gentleman this morning who said he's just going to hunker down and read the president's tweets. Trevor, that man is already dead.
Thank you so much, Desi. So tragic. Let's cross live now to Ronny Chieng, who's actually in South Carolina in the middle of a hurricane. Hurricane Florence.
Thanks, Trevor. Thank you. Trump's Puerto Rico tweets have created huge backlash. Even Republicans have criticized the president, saying this could adversely affect them in the midterms. What I don't understand is, why did you send me into an actual hurricane to report on tweets?
Oh, actually, I don't know, Ronny. I just saw everyone else doing it on TV. I thought it looked pretty cool.
Are you insane? I almost got crushed by a palm tree. The wind blew a raccoon into my balls. Did you know raccoon could squeeze balls, Trevor? They have little hands, like people.
Oh, wow, Ronny, I really feel you, man. Look, we all have to make sacrifices to report the news.
What, is that, are you drinking hot chocolate?
Yeah, but with no marshmallows. Sacrifice, Ronny.
This is unbelievable. Hey, maybe next week I can review the Apple Watch from inside an active volcano.
Ronny Chieng, everyone.